Alright guys, today we're gonna do banner analysis for Final Fantasy 12. Let's try and keep this as fast as possible. Okay, so we're getting a new global exclusive unit, Zargabaath. Looks like a tank, not a tank. He's the 5-star of the banner. Alright, we're gonna go through the TMs first, and then we'll go through the units. Alright. Judge Helm. Judge Helm is Helm. Healers, not many of them can use this, so the resistance is going to be wasted. It's going to be on tank most of the time. This TM, if you happen to get this unit, it's decent because resistance 15% is pretty nice. Defense SPR is also nice for a tank. It's a very nice TM, not essential, but it's strong. But personally, I don't feel it's at the level of a rainbow unit that it should be at. All right. Ashe. Ashe is the 4-star base. Ashe's ring. Mag 30, MP 30%, light resistance 50%. Very nice mage accessory. Can use it on Friavia as well. Accessories is great. Accessories are amazing. Rasler. Rasler has a materia TM. HP 30%, defense 20%, light resist 30%. It's probably one of the nicest tank TMs you can have in the game. Alright, so that's about it. Maximilian is... Let's not talk about Maximilian. Anyways, we're gonna go through the 3-star base and 4-star base. Wrestler is a 4-star base as well. We're gonna go through it while we do some Earthshine or some shit. Alright. I want to show you the attack, because Ashe can chain, whether it's physical or magic. Okay, so this is the magic attack. It's a sort of chaining attack, which is pretty nice. Modifier is not that amazing, but it's okay-ish. Sword of Kings is also... I'm not sure about the frames, to be honest. Let's see. Okay, it's not top tier, but if you happen to have these units, it's pretty nice since she can chain with another of herself. The frames are decent, it's not that bad, it's not that fast as well like Tidus's with weird frames. Anyway, Ashe's damage 2.3 times magic damage with ignore SPR 25%. It's not a really high modifier. There's also a heal which comes with it, but it's decent for chaining. Okay. Sword of Kings is 2.7 times damage, so 270%, which is also okay. She is a usable unit, guys. All right. Let's go with Vaan. Vaan has a new skill, level 100, max 6-star skill. It's also 270% damage. It's this one here. It's called Assault Strike in global. You can chain. It's alright-ish. You know, let's try this. this together. It's a little hard. Anyway, now we're going through the chaining meta in-game with all the units we have right now. These units are okay-ish. Just keep in mind that Vaan is 3-star base, so he's gonna be the most common in the banner. Rasler. Rasler is sort of like a tank with decent bonuses. He has a heal and he has an Esunaga, but for a 4-star base tank, compared to Warrior of Light, he is not that strong. What you want him for is for his TM. All in all, he is a decent unit. He does not have counter, which is quite a bummer. Yeah, he does have a damage skill, Patriotic Slash. It's good. I'm gonna show it to you again. I mean, I don't really play JP anymore, but since I have the units, I'm gonna show it to you. Oh, it looks like. Okay, so this is the skill, Patriotic Slash. It's a 7-hit, 300% damage skill. There you go. Okay, so mainly what's gonna happen during the event is everybody's gonna use Ashe or Vaan, where you are going to try and solo carry with your own maxed unit, event unit, bonus unit, right? I mean, geared properly, these guys can do okay-ish. They're not top tier, but they're not that bad either. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a fucking Vaan since I got a max one, and just try and carry through the event, the Moogle King event. Alright, so I think I'm done showing you guys the animations and stuff. We're gonna go through the skills, and then the rainbow is last. Alright. Okay, done with that. Start with Vaan, alright. We're gonna talk about the 6-star skills, because he's been around forever. 6-star, at 6-star he gets a counter. He can counter magic attacks, which is sort of new thing with this badge. Counter magic attacks. I mean, we don't count Dark Fina, because she's a rainbow. Chance to evade physical damage as well, so physical evade at 6. And extra 30% attack. Okay, so boosting the stats a little. He has Accelerate, where you negate 3 physical damage taken for 2 turns to cast them. So basically you cast this, you don't take physical damage 3 times. Okay. Biohazard, it's an AoE skill. 100% chance to inflict disease. I have no idea what's the point of the status ailment, but yeah, it's 100%. And it's 210% physical damage to all enemies, so it's like a Blade Blitz. It's better than the Blade Blitz. The interesting thing about Vaan is he has resist stop. Okay, how is this gonna help you? This skill is gonna help you in arena when you're fighting like full team Noctis, whatever unit that's gonna give you stop. So it gives you resistance to stop for 3 turns. It's 100% resistance. So no more are people gonna complain that they're being owned by stop in arena, because you have this skill And if you go first, you have no excuse that you're losing because you're stopped by the enemy. Alright, so it's 100% resist stop for 3 turns for all allies. This is a great skill for Arena. I can see a lot of free-to-play players actually using this if you happen to have Vaan. It's gonna save you a lot of pain in Arena, which makes Vaan sort of useful since he has AoE as well. The biohazard skill, the slightly better Blade Blitz. And Assault Strike is his main DPS skill, 270% damage. This in no way makes Vaan a very good unit. His TM is still very mild, it's not that strong. Maximilian is just a fucking huge piece of armor with a huge piece of defense. Okay, his stats for a 6-star are not that great. I mean, he is a 3-star base, so don't expect too much. And that's about it for Vaan. Okay, let's go with Rasler. Rasler's TM. Rasler's TM is very tank oriented. HP 30% and 20% defense is awesome. Because you know that's what tanks do, right? They need HP, they need defense. Light resistance is a slight bonus, depends on what content you're doing. It's a very nice TM for tanks. Okay, but he is a 4-star base, so your chances of pulling one from a fucking ticket is much lower than you are from doing a 11 pull. Keep that in mind when you pull. He is Ashe's husband. I'm gonna go with a little story there. Okay, what skills does he have? He has AoE light resistance buff for all allies. It's 50%. It is okay-ish. You're not gonna use this often anyways. He has Blade Blitz, which is decent for clearing content, like explorations, dungeons and stuff. Royal Obligation. Royal Obligation does... it's a passive. No, it's not passive. It's a cast. So you cast this, you have a chance to protect all allies with damage mitigation, so you take lesser damage for 1 turn. It's sort of like provoke, which is not very high in percentage. It is not reliable, but he will take lesser damage for 1 turn, so basically he's not going to die that quickly for that 1 turn. Patriotic Slash is his damage skill, so it's 300% light physical damage. There's an element tied to it, so you can't switch the element anyways. 300% is okay-ish, 45 MP. It is not as good as our top units in the game. He is a 4-star base, don't expect too much. He is usable. Passives. He has SPR, HP, defense, all 20% increase. Sentinel, chance to protect 1 ally from physical damage with damage mitigation. What this means is when he protects an ally, 30% chance to protect, he takes lesser damage, 50% lesser damage. You could gear him to be a good tank for this, but the chance of cover is not that high. You have to use provoke on him. Okay. Increased defense when equipped with heavy armor, 50%, and he has increased attack 50% when equipped with a sword. Okay, so basically what he's gonna do is he's gonna stand there, he's gonna tank for your team. And if need be, he's gonna do a Patriotic Slash and deal 300% damage. That's it. Alright, he can heal Kane Azunaga. That's a minor bonus to the unit. He is decent. He's not top tier like a Warrior of Light, which is also a 4-star base. Yeah, I think that's about it for Rasler. Alright, go with Ashe. Ashe TM. Ashe TM is great for mages and Frivia. hybrid damage units like Noctis as well. Gives you more MP. Light resistance 50% is pretty high. Certain content, this could be very useful. It's a TM that is decent. We already have other accessories which give you mag 30%, but MP 30% is pretty nice. It's a very nice TM. Okay, but okay, so all these three TMs, I do not suggest hard pulling for. You're gonna get them along the way, anyways. But as units, these guys are useful if you do not have such a strong roster of units that to use. And also you're gonna need to pull for the Mughal King event anyways. So think about it before you pull, make your own decision. Hopefully you get the unit you want. Um, Ashe. Ashe has Barrage, which is painful. Let's not talk about that. That era is over. Um, she has an AoE physical damage skill, which is like Blade Blitz 1.8 times, so it's 180%. And it's also a defense and FSPR debuff on enemies, which is pretty interesting because this is a very, very high MP cost. It's 48 MP to actually do this AoE plus the AoE debuff. She has focus, which could take the place of another unit in your team. Like say you're using Cecile for focus, you can use her. I mean, she different content and different usages, alright? North Wayne's Glow is magic damage AoE. Um, this is a very interesting skill because you do 230% damage AoE to all enemies, and you also cure all status ailments on your team. So basically, how you're gonna use this? You can use this in arena. It is magic damage, so there's no evade on it. And you just so what you're gonna gear is you're gonna gear her with a ribbon, and you're gonna cast this skill. She's not gonna take status ailments. The other team, your other units do not need ribbons because she can just cast this, and then all the ailments are gone. It's very niche skill, situational, but very useful. Sword of Kings is a physical damage. It's just pure physical damage, 270%, no debuff, no defense ignore. It's alright. Heaven's Fury magic damage 2.3 times, 230% ignore SPR to all enemies. So this is an AoE. Um, modifier isn't that high. It's gonna be around 300%, slightly lesser, I think. And it heals your allies at the same time. So basically, her skill set is I do something and I can do something else at the same time, which is very utility based. You can do many things with her in the same turn, which is decent. So this makes her a very, very nice unit to have. Passives, increase mag 30%, increase MP 20%, recover MP, auto refreshes 5% is pretty low. Put some stuff on her to get more MP, because the usage of her MP is going to be pretty high based on the skills she has. HP 10%, Power Seeker, increase attack mag 50% when equipped with a sword. Okay, so for the event, most whales are going to use her for the damage. They're going to stick 5 years needles on her, get more mag, attack. That's how they're going to run. I'm not going through the 5-star base yet, but all in all, you can see that Ashe is a decent unit that you can actually use for the foreseeable future if your box is not that stacked with good units. Okay, she is a 4-star base, she's not going to be that easy to pull. Keep that in mind. Okay, and now we go with Zargabaath. Alright, Zargabaath is the jackpot unit of the banner. TM reward, Judge Helm, defense SPR, All element except dark resist. It's gonna be decent for a tank. Like I said, helms are not generally uh, wearable by mages or healers. Certain ones can, but most of them can't. So it's a very niche TM for a tank. Um, it's gonna keep your tank alive longer. Defense SPR is always nice for a tank. All resists except dark is amazing as well. 15% isn't that high, but it is very decent. It's gonna do a job for you. Is it worth pulling Zarg for the TM? Depends on how high a level of a whale you are. If you are a huge whale, you're gonna pull no matter what I say. For me personally, I'm just gonna let nature take its course. I don't really need this right now. My tanks don't die that quickly anyways. But the TM is nice. Alright, let's be honest. TM is great. Zargabaath skills. Okay, this guy is a very conflicted unit. Um, what the hell? Why do I have a follow right now? Okay, first time I've ever recorded a video and I have to follow. But anyways, okay, so Zargabaath is primarily a tank, primarily a support that can tank. Meaning he's a beefy unit, and he buffs your team. Alright, so Hero's Crest, increase attack defense mag SPR 100% for 4 turns to 1 ally is 20 MP. It's pretty decent MP usage. You're gonna buff one ally. This is an ability, you can't dual cast it. Decent buff. Next, Righteous Sword. Bad modifier. Ignore defense 40%. Not a good skill. Berserk Crest. Inflict Berserk, attack 150%, auto attack only for 3 turns to 1 ally except caster. So you're gonna boost one of your units. This Berserk status only works with auto attack. Okay, keep that in mind. Not a good skill. Sacred Strike. A light physical damage 1.5 times with ignore defense 50% to one enemy. Decrease light resistance 50% for 3 turns to one enemy. Not a good skill. I mean, damage skill. It's not a good damage skill. Word of Law. Light magic damage with ignore SPR 50% to all enemies. Decrease damage taken for 2 turns to all allies. Word of Law is a decent skill. 300% magic damage. Ignore SPR 50%. And there's damage mitigation for your whole team for 2 turns. 20% is a good skill. Not gonna use it often, but can be useful sometimes. 20% is alright. Ignore SPR 50%. The modifier is gonna be quite high. Think about it. Okay, guys. Word of Law is a nice skill. Judgment Blade. This is an MP drain with a little bit more damage included into it. In my whole time playing the game, I have never used a skill like this in content. Whether it's arena, explorations, dungeons, whatever, I have never used a skill that drains MP. The only skill that I use to drain MP in arena is Ram's Siphon Delta. Just not a single target one. It just doesn't make sense to waste 1 turn on a unit, or to even run the unit in the first place. Rejuvenate is 100% full heal, and an MP 50% heal to one ally. So basically this is going to cost you a lot of MP, 50 MP to full heal a unit and give 50% MP to the ally. It cannot be cast on yourself, I think. I'm not really sure. But it would be kind of weird if you can cast it on yourself. We'll have to see. We're going to ask the whales who actually pull the unit. going to actually test it out. I don't know what's the requirements for this, but 50 MP, and if you boost your own self, your own Zarg, you full heal and then you get 50% MP back, which could be useful. I don't know. Sometimes maybe. Bastion, increase resistance to all elements, 40% for 3 turns to all allies. It's like a Rainbow Veil. It's nice. Good skill. Support unit skill. Arcadian Light, increased attack defense mag SPR 60% for 3 turns to all allies. And increased resistance to blind, paralyzed, confused, and disease for 3 turns to all allies. It's a nice buff. 60% is very nice. But I believe Ramza is coming soon. So this could be outshined pretty quickly. Probably after this banner, we're gonna get Ramza enhancements. It's a decent skill, guys. Nice buff. Passives, increase SPR defense when equipped with a helm or light armor, heavy armor, whichever. Medicine Law, I think this is a pointless passive. Increased potency of healing items. You never. How often do you actually use items to heal, guys? Doesn't make sense. Very conflicted unit. Warden, chance to counter physical attacks with physical damage. Chance to counter magic attacks with physical damage. Now, if this was actually chance to counter magic attacks with magic damage, this could be pretty interesting. So, but with physical damage, because we have a lot of content with physical defense buffed up really, really high, would not be that useful. Alright. Authority, increase attack 30% equipped with sword, increase attack 30% equipped with great sword. So basically, you equip a sword, great sword, you get attack. You equip a katana, hammer, spear, you get mag. Very conflicted unit. But you gotta do, you're just gonna use either one, you gotta both. I don't know. It depends on you. Very, very. I don't like the way the skill set of the unit is. Right, I just don't like it. Steadfast, increase resistance, so full resist to blind, paralyzed, confused, and disease. This is a passive, low HP power up, so when your HP is lower than 35%, increase defense, increase attack 80%. Very conditional skill, passive. Not gonna be very often you're gonna have this proc unless you do it on purpose. 30%, 35% HP is not a very safe amount of HP to have, right? Shield plus. There's physical and magic evade, which is nice. This is a nice passive. Imperial Commander. Auto refresh, increase HP 30% and defense 20%. So as you can see from all the gear that he can have, he is going to have a lot of defense. Safety, this skill is like Firebeard's skill where you just do not die from a one-turn burst from a boss. You ignore fatal damage when your HP is above 10%. So there's a max on it, so one time you can actually live through it, and after that you gotta heal up or you're just dead. Flames of Justice. I don't really understand the point of this. Increase HP attack 20% when equipped with a light element weapon. So you put Excalibur, she's gonna get a bonus. He's gonna get 20% HP, 20% attack. If you have a fire element weapon, he's gonna get MP and mag 20%. You could build him in a variety of ways, which could be interesting for your team. It's just that you only have 5 slots to run units in. And I don't know which role he actually takes. I mean, he could do damage, he could do magic damage, physical damage, he could tank a little with the proper Esper and with counter as well. He just does not have a provoke mechanic or draw attacks or to be a good tank. Okay, so let's just take him as a support unit that is really tanky. Alright, a very, very beefy support unit which can deal some damage when needed. But most of the time it's going to be buffing. Buff one turn, second turn, single unit buff 100%, another turn AoE buff, another turn AoE all resist buff. He's gonna be a tanky unit. This is definitely what it's gonna be like. Yeah, I guess that's how you're gonna look at him as a unit. Yeah, the damage modifiers is not that great as well. I don't think he chains at all. Yeah, alright, so is he worth pulling for hard pulling free to plays? Just stay away from this. Don't force it. If you're lucky enough to pull off a daily, sure, why not? Not a rainbow unit you want to go for. What I mean is, he as Zargabaath as a unit is not gonna increase the power of your whole lineup, your whole team, in such a way that you need to pull all your tickets for him. Alright, and he is a rainbow base. What a waste of a global exclusive unit. Anyway, that's Zargabaath. Ashe, Rasler, I recommend pulling at least one. One for the bonus for the event, and two because the TMs are very decent. Months down the line, you actually manage to farm the TM. Great, TM is nice. Rasler and Ashe they have nice TMs, man. Vaan's TM is not good, but he's a 3-star base. He has AoE stop resist, which is an amazing skill for arena. Should you pull if you don't have a Vaan? Yes, go pull, please. Go get the fucking bonus for the event. It's a Moogle King event, you want bonus. You know, you're just wasting energy, man. Don't hard pull for the rainbow, guys. Even though the TM is alright. Ashe and Rasler, decent 4-star base. Your chances of getting that not that high, but still possible. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video where I actually talk about the units, meta analysis and all that. I'll be doing the robot trial when we get that, and probably do a video. And guys, if you're actually interested, we can actually do a race and see how fast we clear the robot trial, which will be pretty interesting because I believe it's going to take some time to clear. Okay, anyway guys, thanks for watching. And I wish you good luck on the banner, guys. See ya.